Hello and welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm coming to you with The Outer Worlds, the original game, and I'm looking forward to the second game coming out, and we're going to go over how to get every single achievement. I'm going to talk about how to do everything. I'm talking about all the DLCs too, the 2 DLCs. So yeah, this is a great game, especially if you love Fallout. Yeah. So this game has 68 achievements for 1,390 gamer score. And I give it a 3 out of 10 difficulty because it's not that hard. Now, you do have to play it on Supernova playthrough, but I watched the guide and it was super easy about with how to go through it on Supernova and survive. So yeah, and what to do and like the least amount of stuff you have to do. So I'll put up that guide so that you can watch that if you'd like, or you can figure it out on your own. Other than that, the only difficulty was the fact that you can miss so many achievements by doing different story things. So I will hopefully, I will go over how to do that so you don't have to be as frustrated as I was, because even though this game was fantastic, it was really frustrating. Yeah, with that type of thing. So completion time 50 to 60 hours. All right. So playthrough number 1, easy playthrough with all miscellaneous achievements. So I did every single achievement and it was on easy. So except for one achievement, I'll tell you later. But anyway, and obviously the Supernova one. Playthrough number 2, optional story decision cleanup. So we're going to go over how to do all of that because that's irritating how you could just miss so much stuff. It was not even like you missed it a little. Like you missed, yeah, I had to redo so many things to get every decision. It's all right. I will explain it. Playthrough number 3, Supernova playthrough, which there were certain things like you couldn't save on your own. You had to go to your ship. It's obviously harder. Yeah, things like that. All right, and then the last 2 are the playthrough of Peril on Gorgon DLC, and playthrough number 5 is Murder on Eridanos DLC, which unfortunately I had to replay both of them because I missed stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to make sure you don't have to. Category number 1, story achievements. 8 achievements for 195 gamer score, and these are the achievements you're going to get just for playing through the game, no matter what decisions you make. Yeah, you will get all these achievements. Category number 2, Missable story achievements. 9 achievements for 135 gamer score. All right, so this is what we're doing here. All right, so these are the things you basically have to do, and I'm going to go over exactly how you do them. So the first one is Sublight to the End, complete the Sublight quest line. So this is on the Groundbreaker, and the Groundbreaker is like it's like a it's an area. I don't know if it's on a ship now that I'm thinking about it. Whatever, but you go to the Groundbreaker, you'll know it's a second area, and you have to find this person, and they're gonna ask you to do different missions, and one of them is called Space Crime Continuum, and then they'll give you Slaughterhouse Clive, and then the Ice Palace, and then the Chimerist's Last Experiment. If you're looking around, you will find it. Just make sure you do these before you finish the game, because by the way, there's no new game plus. Once you finish the game, you're done. It'll actually give you a point of no return. It'll say you cannot continue or do the DLCs if you go this point. Yeah, so just make sure you do all of them. Make sure you get those 4 done. All right. So the next one is Peace in Our Time, broker peace between the Iconoclast and MSI, and 3 Monarch Abides, win the Battle of Stellar Bay. So this is when you go to Monarch, and Monarch is a scary planet with a lot of scary creatures, and you either need to go on the side of one of the groups and win, which is number 3, or you need to do broker peace. Oh my goodness, let me tell you how frustrated I was for days. All right, let me tell you how to do this, all right? Peace in Our Time. The way you do this is, number 1, the commuter and pay for the printer quests. You got to do those too, right? And when you do that, you must side with Zora by getting extra food as supplies and rescuing the twins. That was my issue. I had not gotten extra food. I did something else for her brother. Wait, is the other guy her brother? Yeah, I guess they're brothers. Brother and sister. But yeah, so I did the other option. That nothing I did after that mattered because I had not gotten the extra food. That is why I spent days trying to figure this out. Even though I could have read it, but I missed it. And number 2, Sucker Bait quest will be given by Zora after you complete the 2 quests. All right, so after you complete the commuter and pay for the printer, and pay for the printer is actually the one where you're rescuing the twins. She's looking for them to come home, and you have to do that before actually doing the pay for the printer mission. Yeah, quest. Some people say you could do it and then do the quest and then send them home. I heard both ways. So just rescue them before. All right, and then next is Bolt with his name and Errors Unseen quests. And then you're going to want to make sure to read his reviews on the terminal. The other guy, Sanjar. Sanjar is his name. You have to read the reviews. Also, find the reviews of Zora in Rizzo's secret lab. So what you're going to do is you're going to end up giving Sanjar Zora's review. All right, and then 4, Canid's Cradle quest given by Hiram after a ship crashes on the Monarch, which you'll see. And I know you probably don't know what any of this is right now, but you will get it eventually. All right. Do not give Zora or Sanjar the module from the crash ship. Do not, because if you do, then you're going to be siding with each one or the other, and then convince them to work together instead. And once they meet, use the neutral dialogue choices to unlock the achievement. So if you don't do all those things like side with Zora, getting extra food, rescuing the twins, then going through everything and not giving them the module, you will not be able to get this achievement like I didn't. I was eventually, but yeah, it was frustrating. So make sure you do it. And the other one, Monarch Abides, during the Canid's Cradle quest given by Hiram after the ship crashes, give Zora or Sanjar, like I said, and you will ally with their faction, and then once you win the battle, you will unlock the achievement. So that one was easier. All right, so the next one is 4, Dentastic. Save the universe's greatest diet toothpaste recipe. So for this, you need to do the quest, The Doom That Came to Roseway quest, and that's given by Gladys on the Groundbreaker. And do not buy the nav key before doing this mission. All right, so you need to buy this nav key for a lot of money. You might not have enough money to buy it, but do not buy it. All right, go to Roseway and speak with Anton, and then find the diet toothpaste research. What? All right, and then return the research to Anton, and do not sell the research to Gladys. All right, I know I wrote all these things here. You'll know what they all mean once you're doing this. All right, but do not do any of those things and do what I said to do. There you go, perfect. All right, number 5 and 6 go together. Mightier Than the Sword, save Edgewater permanently, and 6, Ludwig was right. Bring Robo Destruction to Edgewater. Yeah, Robo Destruction. That doesn't sound very nice. So what you need to do for Mightier Than Sword, and this is another really, really rare achievement. Now comes the power quest. That's the quest you're looking for. Once you get that quest, send the power to Edgewater. You'll see it's one of the first decisions you really have to make. Do both side quests for the deserters since you sent the power to Edgewater. They are not at Edgewater, the deserters. They're in the other place. All right, so you do the side quest for them. Then you convince the deserters to return to Edgewater, except Adelaide. She's going to be difficult, all right? Allow Reed to remain in charge, which is the guy at Edgewater. And then you turn Phineas in, or you send a corrupted signal from his ship. Yeah, so much info. And then you have to solve the MSI Iconoclast conflict, or just kill everybody. You kill all those people that we were just talking about, and then return to Sophia. Once you do that, you will get this Mightier Than the Sword achievement. Yeah, it was a lot of information to get through that. Like, to get all that, but that's basically what you need to do. And then the other one is a little easier. Now comes the power quest again. Send the power to the deserters this time, and replace Reed with Adelaide as their leader. Yeah, and then turn Phineas in or send a corrupted signal, solve the stuff that's going on in Monarch, and then number 2, the Foundation quest. And once you do all that, you will get that achievement. All right, great. A Star is Born, and this is A Star is Born is star in the Odeon Pictures movie. Yeah. So this is on Byzantium, and you have to find the @Central quest given by Maverick Johnson on Byzantium. And I just saw the guy in the street. Like I don't know if he's on the video, but yeah, he was just like on the street, like just chilling, and you just talk to him, and then he'll give you this quest. It's a really quick quest. All right, next is the Cartographer. Number 8, deal with the Cartographer. And this one, you have to find Radio Free Monarch quest and turn in Phineas to Udom, Bedford, and speak with Sophia. Right, so these are the things you have to do. Then you'll get the Demolished Woman quest, and you have to find Rachel Lockwood in the maintenance tunnels and kill or deal with her. Once you return to Sophia, you will get that achievement too. All right, I mean, you'll see Radio Free Monarch come up, like a lot of these quests will just come up. And then the last one, skip the Hope into the Sun. So the point of no return is the Hope. It's this other ship. So you need to go into it, and then the robot needs to, the computer needs to skip the Hope. So you need to skip it, and then you die, basically, was what's going to happen. All right, create a dumb character in the character creation. So I didn't do this when I first did it. I actually had a smarter character. and I used consumables that made my intelligence attributes below average. I just kept eating them until I had below average intelligence. All right. Then I played the story until I got to the Hope ship, and then I spoke with Ada. She's the AI in the computer, and tell her you will skip the Hope yourself, and do not let her do it. You will get a dumb dialogue option, and then once you do that, you will be dead. Yes. So I don't know if that's a spoiler. It's not really a story spoiler. It's more of like, yeah, I mean, like what's going to happen in that. So, but yeah, that's how you get that. And obviously reload the save because you don't want to be dead. Yeah, all right, cool. So that's how you get every single missable story achievement. Yeah, that was really frustrating for me. Hopefully it is not frustrating for you. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments. All right, category number 3, companion achievements. 5 achievements for 90 gamer score. Number 1, best friend. Recruited a companion. So easy. Number 2, one for all. Recruited all the companions. This was easy too. I found all of the companions. If I remember, there were 6. I found them really easily. I was actually a little surprised how easily I was able to find them. So when you can recruit all of them, then you'll get that achievement. And then you finish a companion's quest line. So any of them are going to give you a quest. I think Max was my first guy. The illustrated manual was his quest. And I did that, and I ended up getting the achievement. Yeah, this game you do not have to do all the quests. You only have to do these and the ones I was just talking about before. 4, all for one, completed all companion quests. So here's a list of what you need to do. You need to do the illustrated manual and the empty man for Max. You need to do the cleaning machine for Sam. Sam's like a robot. You find him on the ship. For Pravati, you need to do drinking sapphire wine, and you also need to do don't bite the sun, because you shouldn't bite the sun. All right, I know, not funny. And then Ellie, you need to do worst contact and the low crusade. For Nyoka, you need to do passion pills and star-crossed troopers, and then for Felix, you need to do friendships due. So yeah, those are the quests you need to do. Once you do all 10 quests, you will get that achievement, and you can track in the menu which ones you've done. So because I went back to look at this list, and I was like, oh, I did like 7 of them already. Yeah. And this is not a long game, just so you know. And then 5, got your back, killed 50 enemies with companion abilities. So you could have 2 companions at a time, and you just set them to the D-pad, and then when there are enemies nearby, use their abilities, and it'll take out enemies. Yeah, it was actually really easy. Category number 4, kill achievements. 10 achievements for 165 gamer score. Number 1, toss ball all-star. Yeah. 15 gamer score. Actually, these are all 50. No, they're almost all 50 gamer score. Killed 50 enemies with a toss ball stick or toss ball blocker. It's not really that complicated. You find one of these things and you kill them. Yeah, very nice. Number 2, the harder they fall. Killed a mega creature. So when I went to Monarch, there were definitely mega creatures there. Just go to Monarch. You'll get this achievement. Number 3, we all fall down. Turned 100 enemies to ash with the plasma damage. So I found a weapon. It was, I forget if it was actually melee or a gun, because I make these plans after I've played them already a while. So I don't remember. All I know is that they were turning to ash. Yeah, that's a terrible way to die. I mean, I assume. But anyway, so yeah, once you find a weapon with plasma damage on it, you will start to do that. I just did it to everybody I saw. Yeah, and eventually I got that achievement. And the achievements do track, by the way. These are good tracking. Number 4, jack of all trades, killed an enemy with a science weapon sneak attack during the TTD with a weak spot critical hit. So the TTD is this like slow down thing. You could slow down, and then yeah, you slow down time. I guess that's really what it is. So you're gonna be finding a whole bunch of science weapons in this game. So now for this one, I found the prismatic hammer, and it was on the groundbreaker. So I tinkered the weapon, right? I made some extra damage. I don't even know if you had to. And then I went into the med bay on the groundbreaker, and I snuck up to this one guy sleeping. I know, horrible. And I used the slowdown. I hit him, and I got the achievement. Yeah, one single hit. That was horrible. Like, why would I do that? The poor guy. Anyway, all right, number 5, mad scientist killed an enemy under the effects of 4 science weapons. So for the base game, you can actually find 5 science weapons in all. So the places you find them, you find one in Phineas's lab. You also find the prismatic hammer on the groundbreaker, like I said. In the secret lab in Cascadia, you find the mind control ray. I'm not even telling you where these places are, but you can find them eventually. I'm just trying to give you little hints. Inside the UDL lab in the Monarch Wilderness, you will find the gloop gun. I know what. And on Skilla, that's the place, Skilla, you'll find the Mandibular Rearranger. I think I said that right. I don't know. But yeah, those are the weapons you can use. And what you need to do is find an enemy that's a strong one, like one of the big enemies on Monarch is a good idea. And then just hit them with 4 of the weapons. And I did that, and I got the achievement. Yeah, it was really not that hard once I had those weapons. I ended up collecting all those weapons eventually. And number 6, Patient N, killed 20 enemies that were infected by spreading N-rays. And for this, I found this weapon called the Candy Cane. I guess you could look it up if you want, but there are other weapons with N-ray damage. So once you get a weapon with N-ray damage, in this case, I got the Candy Cane. And I found that on Monarch, by the way. And so the Candy Cane, you hit... No. Once you hit something with N-ray, it like has all this N-ray energy, I guess. I don't know. All around it. And then they kind of just like die. It's really horrible. It's kind of horrible. Anyway, but the point is, you need to kill 20 enemies like that. Lovely. Infected by spreading N-rays. No. So the next one is 7, Elemental Maelstrom. Killed an enemy that was hit with all 5 damage types. And the 5 damage types are the Kinetic, which is the normal one, the Shock, the Plasma, the Corrosion, and the N-rays. Yeah, the N-ray was the hardest one to find. Everything else, you could find that on weapons all over the place. So, yeah, and then you just have to hit one of the stronger enemies with each one of them before they die. Actually, no, you have to kill them with all 5 damage types on at the same time. They have to be going through all those things. Lovely. 8, Short Circuit, killed 30 automechanicals with a shock damage. So that's like the robots you find all over. And I just had to find a weapon with shock damage. And that worked perfectly because a lot of weapons had shock damage. So just killed them with that. 9, Poor Sportsmanship, hit 30 enemies in the groin during tactical time dilation. Once you start to upgrade your tactical time dilation, the TTD, you'll be able to then target certain parts of the body. So you could target their groin. Lovely. Wow. Yeah, I know everything's lovely in this game. It's very like brutal. But yeah, so once you do that, you'll get that achievement. And then number 10, Never Seen, killed 50 enemies with sneak attacks. It's not super hard to do sneak attacks, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, because once you can hit someone, then they see you. I think you could probably run away and then they'll forget you're there. But yeah, just keep doing that and you'll get them all eventually. Category 5, Miscellaneous Achievements. 9 achievements for 135 gamer score. Not the best choice. Simultaneously equipped Spacer's Choice brand clothing, headgear, and 4 weapons. So you can find things that say Spacer's Choice on it easily. I did this early on. So yeah, you can find that and just put them all equipped and you'll get that achievement. Same thing with number 2, Well-Balanced Breakfast. I got this really early on. If you're just looking everywhere and looting everywhere, you'll find meat, carbohydrates, sugary drink, caffeine, and alcohol. So you just have to drink them all at once or eat them, whatever, at once. And once you do that, you'll get that. Number 3, Flawed Hero. Acquired 3 flaws. I feel like this is almost story progression because it's not really story progression. Like if you fall from a large height, then they would say, "Hey, you got a flaw, and you're now scared of falling from heights or whatever. Would you like to take this flaw and sacrifice something and get something else instead?" And you could say yes. I only took 3 flaws the whole game to get the achievement. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really want to get any other stuff. So that's how you do that. You just have to keep playing through the game. I guess if you don't get them, you can look up how to get them, but I feel like this will just happen. Number 4, Everything Must Go. Sold 10,000 bits worth of items to vendors. If you're like me and you loot everything and sell everything, like in Fallout games, you'll get this easily. All right, number 5, Skilled. Raise a skill to 100. So you can continue every time you level up, you can raise a skill. I think it was like 10. So you have to just keep raising it and raising it. Do 1 skill to 100. And it wasn't hard. Just keep focusing on 1 skill you want. I think mine was the Persuasion. It might have been Persuasion. I don't know. It's on the screen. Number 6, upgrades available. Improved your gear 30 times through tinkering and mods. So this one was really frustrating because I wasn't sure how to do this at first. Before I was level 20 in the science skill, I kept trying to do this by putting mods on my weapons and the progress wasn't going up and I was confused why. Once I got to level 20, I was able to upgrade the level of my weapon and the armor at any workbench. So yeah, once I started doing that, then I started getting this. So I think I sold everything, upgraded something all the way or 30 times, and then I reloaded my save and then went back and had all my money again. Yeah, so you can do that in this game. All right, so number 7, well-dressed, wore a nice hat and a chimera at the same time. So when you side with one of the groups on the Monarch, whether it's Sunjir's group or whether it's Zora's group, you will end up being in this church, and where the final battle is. And in the back of the church on the wall, like at the front, I guess, not the back, you will see a skeleton with a hat. That's the nice hat right there. That's the hat you need, all right? Now, that one was easier to get. What you need after that is you then need the chimera. That was a little more frustrating to get. All right, so there's a store on Byzantium. And you could actually do this during Pravati's quest. Don't bite the sun, right? I told you, don't bite the sun. All right, and the same person will send you on a bit of a wild goose chase, all right? There's wild goose chase for clothes and items. Just follow what they're saying. By the way, the store is Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. I don't know if I said that right. But that's the store you're going to in this quest. So once you do that, you have to model 3 sets of clothing, all right? And that was the one that was frustrating because they say find a spacer outfit, and eventually I did. It was the goggles. Yeah, I needed the goggles. The goggles worked, but you'll probably see it on the video. But once you do that, then they ask you to do a couple things. Eventually, once you do it, you will end up getting the chimera at the end of this entire quest thing, and then you just have to wear both of them at the same time, and then you get that achievement. Yeah, so getting the chimera was the hard part. All right, 8, level 30, character level 30 reached, which was fine and simple. You just got it as you played. And then 9 literally was the last achievement I got. Health insurance, used the medical inhaler 300 times. I don't understand why this was so glitched. I did get it eventually, but it was glitched. You couldn't just keep going up. Like, let's say you have 300 of the things you need to inhale. That's like you inhale, yeah, 300 of them, right? It wasn't working. I kept doing a bunch. It would only count for some of them, and that wouldn't count for the rest. So what I ended up doing was I ended up starting the game over. Someone told me to do this. I ended up restarting a new game, and then in the beginning, you get 11 of these inhaler things. Right in the beginning of the game when you meet the first guy. And if you fall, and then you can use all 11 of them, you're supposed to save, and then you just kind of reload the save there, and you have to reload the one save each time, and then you could use the 11, and then you use the 11, and for some reason it counted for me. I don't know why. It was literally days of trying to do it, all different places. So yeah, if there's something else I need to tell you, I'll write it on the screen. But other than that, that's how you do it. It really was frustrating. I really don't know why, and I really hope you don't have that problem too. All right. Category number 6, NPC Achievements. 4 achievements for 90 gamer score. Number 1, Impossible Mission. Succeeded at 3 dialogue conversation checks with a single disguise. So what you need to do for this one is when you're on the Groundbreaker, you can get it right away on the Groundbreaker. All right, you're going to leave your ship, and you have to make sure you grab the holographic shroud. Now, once you grab the holographic shroud, you go to the Groundbreaker, and then you really should have your lie, intimidate, or persuade up to 40 points, by the way. Once you do that, you can go into that first little area. You'll see where it's probably in the video. And just use lie, intimidate, or persuade on these people. And then what you need, but you also need to do it all in one room. You can't, like, come back. You have to do it with one disguise. Yeah, so just keep doing it over and over. I remember doing it 3 times, and I was like, oh, that was easy. Yeah. So just make sure you do that. Number 2, Silver Tongue, 15 gamer score. Use dialogue skills 30 times in conversations. And honestly, this one just happens automatically. You use so many dialogue skills, just like in Fallout games. Yeah. Number 3 and number 4. So I did all right. So I did. Everybody likes me in Destroyer of Worlds. Had a 75% or higher positive reputation with three factions. So as I was playing, I always do the positive thing for some reason. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm boring. But yeah, I was doing the positive thing, and I ended up getting more than 75 in 2 places. And I'm like, all right, cool, one more place. So I just kept doing things nicely or right, and I got 75% on the 3rd place, and I got that achievement. So then I went around and started, then I made a save, because I'm going to go back to that. But then for the other one, after I made that save, I just went around and started killing people. Yeah, horrible, I know. But yeah, I just started killing people, and at some point, I got the other one. Huh. So that's how I did that. All right. Category 7 difficulty achievements. 3 achievements for 190 gamer score. So for this, I played it on the easiest difficulty at first, because I always do. And I got all the achievements. And so then I played it on Supernova after that, and I also got the hard achievement. So you don't have to play it on Supernova for all of them. But yeah, Supernova wasn't that hard. It's things like you can't save whenever you want. You can only save in the ship, things like that. It's harder difficulty. So the enemies are going to hit you harder, and it's going to take more to knock them out or kill them. So there's a video that I watched, and I'm probably putting it up right here. And I just did exactly what this person said, and it was really easy. I did it quickly too. So if you don't want to watch the video, this is kind of like a video that will show you like the most necessary things you need to do to get to the end of the game. Yeah, and the best choices to get to the end of the game as well. So yeah, so that's why if you want to watch it, definitely watch that video because it was helpful. And yeah, and that's it. Oh, that's actually it for the base game. Look at that. All right, category 8, Peril on Gorgon. DLC story achievements, 3 achievements for 60 gamer score. And both these DLCs had something that I missed, so I had to go back and replay the entire DLC. It was a little frustrating, but they were good, but I don't know. So this one, category 8, you get all these just for playing the actual DLC. Category 9, Peril on Gorgon DLC ending achievements, 4 achievements for 90 gamer score. So these are the 4 endings that you can get on this DLC. Okay, so when you're playing this DLC, there's a place you can save so that you can go back and then redo and get the other achievements. So it's once you get to the red tape of command, that's one of the quests. All right, you want to make your save as soon as you get that. Because what you're going to do is, you're first going to do the first one. Well, I mean, you can do it in any order you want. But, yeah, what you're going to do here is you have to deliver the journal to Lucian. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who that is or anything. So, what you have to do for this is when you're trying to look for the journal, kill Minnie before you get the journal. And then you're going to end up giving it to Lucian. Right? I know you don't know who these people are. But if you do that, then you will end up going towards this achievement and it will work. All right? Now, the other ones, when you're at the last mission called the Ambrose intersection, you can basically side with Minnie for one ending, or side with Olivia for another ending, or have them compromise for the third ending. So yeah, these two are arguing, and you need to figure out how to side with either of them, which actually was not hard at all. But it was the compromise one that was a little challenging. So what you need is 150 persuasion. If you do not have 150 persuasion, you cannot get this ending. Yeah, that's very specific, isn't it? Yeah, so make sure you get that. And then what you're going to do is go to Minnie at the Ambrose Mansion. You're going to have both markers. You can go to her or Olivia. Do not go to Olivia yet at the Synthesis Manufactory Center. All right, go to Minnie first. And then, yeah, and just keep trying to get them to compromise. And then I'm not going to tell you anymore. Yeah, I feel like that's enough. If you want to try to figure it out on your own, if you need help, I can always help you. But yeah, so that's how that works. It was frustrating at first because I didn't know how to do it. And then category 10, Peril on Gorgon DLC collectible achievements, 3 achievements for 45 gamer score. So I did the other DLC first before I did this one, and there were portable phonographs, which, number one, good listener, find 20 portable phonographs. There were portable phonographs in the other DLC also that accounted for this. So I don't know, whatever. So I guess if you don't find enough here, you can do it in the other DLC too, or start the other one. But yeah, you have to just find them laying around. I guess if you miss any, you could always look them up. I don't know if I'll put anything up. Probably not, but I might. All right, and then for the next part, you need to find the science weapons. And I actually got all 3 of them. I only thought I picked up 2, but I got all 3. Yeah, one of them is employee benefits. That one you can find it with Dr. Jasper. And it's during the quest, The Man in High Orbit, and he'll give it to you. Or you can kill him and take it. Yeah. The second one is Special Delivery, which is in the southeastern part of the map. And there's this guy, Charles, from accounting. That's his name. And you have to kill him, and and you get the weapon when you do that. And then the pet, I guess. Yeah. It's in the east of the Gorgon ruins. That's where it is. And what you're looking for is there's a terminal there, and you're going to start the side mission, a dialogue between dead men. And then once you follow all the markers on there, you'll end up getting that achievement because you'll end up getting, the weapon. There you go. And then number 3, Lucky Montoya's body. So Lucky Montoya he's chilling out in the bottom right area of the map in Gorgon's Canyon, and he's in a base called the Marauder Stronghold. I can't talk today. in a cave. It's actually being devoured by an animal or a creature. But yeah, what you want to do is you want to just go there and find it. So I'm going to let you try to find it, but I don't know if I'll put up a video for that either. I might. But yeah, but it's not that hard to find as long as you're searching that whole area. Check all the caves. And that's it for that DLC. So, Category 11, Murder on Eridanos, DLC story achievements. 6 achievements for 135 gamer score. And these are the achievements you'll get just for completing the entire DLC. And Category 12, Murder on Eridanos. These are the missable ones. 2 achievements for 30 gamer score. Number 1, Interrogo Totus. I've never said that, I just wrote it. But this is for investigating every suspected person and reported to administer Ludovico. I can't say these names, but yeah, what you need to do is you need to complete 4 missions. You need to. I'll probably put it up on the screen. Prince of Tossball with Birdie, The Man Who Chafed with Spencer Woolrich, Lord of Blight with Cedric, and the Productivity Queen with the Prophet. Once you do all of that, then you know. Now there are times when you go back to the computer to talk to this guy, the main guy, and the administrator, and then he's going to say, all right, you ready to tell me who it is? And no, you cannot tell him who it is. You need to do these 4 quests first. If you tell him who it is, you'll miss out on this achievement. All right, and then number 2, Mutt and Jeff. This is the one I needed to go back for because I completely missed it. All right, when you're during the Prince of Tossball mission, you need to go and you need to find this guy. All right, and this guy is Birdie. And before talking to Birdie, just make a save, just in case. All right? And you're going to question him. After some questions, he's going to say, I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble. All right? And then you have to be... I'll let you figure out the rest. Make a save. He says that. Figure out the rest. But basically, you're going to get whatever part you're with to be the bad inspector. Like, you want to be good inspector, I'll be bad inspector. So just play around with those. I brought Ellie with me as a companion. People said that she becomes the bad inspector easier. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did that. All right, Category 13, Murder on Eridanos, Miscellaneous Achievements. So, Spectrum Needler Buddy. Yes, 3 more science weapons, of course. All right, for this one, you need the Spectrum Gatling Gun, and this is in the RR and DD labs. And this one was tricky only because you need 8 different color of the Spectrum vodka, and I swear I had all 8 of them, and I could not figure out why it wouldn't accept it. First of all, you can go to any bar. You can go to your main bar in your suite. You can go to other bar in the other area on the top floor of the hotel. You can get more vodka, and you could also find more all around. But the reason why I didn't get it is because I was missing the brown one. I don't know why I was missing the brown one. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I made sure to get all of them. I might even put up the colors there on the screen. But yeah, that's what you have to do. And once you get that, you go back to that lab, and then you put it in, and then you'll get the weapon. And then Utter Buddy is very easy. You just go to Northern Ireland and speak to Mildred, and she'll give you that. And then the other one, Helen has. All right, Helen has this. And you want to, I guess you can kill her. I don't know, you can kill her or persuade her to get this weapon. Yeah, but that's how you're going to get that last weapon. And then 2, put out of their happiness. Killed 50 infected humans or parasites. And there are these, like really creepy people and parasites all over the place that you can kill. You'll kill plenty of them, so you won't miss that achievement. And that's it for this game. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy this game. It was a fantastic game. And, I'll see you next time on the Achievement Planner.